Hello cardboard lovers, it's Cardboard Badger here. I hope you're doing well, and today we have for you the top 10 most expensive Bloomburrow cards. And we have about 6 days until pre-release. I am very excited indeed, because as far as I'm concerned, this is the set of the year. And although there's not many badgers in this set, there are some wonderful animals, and price-wise, they are spread across the board. It is not just one particular card that's holding up the big value. There are multiple cards within this set which will get you some money back, and to be totally honest, you pull one of these, you're going to pay for basically half or maybe all of your pre-release if you happen to do so. So with that being said, we will check out the cards, and as per normal, we will only be looking at the regulars. We're not going to be looking at foils, we're not going to be looking at any fancy additional artwork or etchings. We are just going basic draft, rares or mythics depending on what we're looking at, and the prices will be coming from TCG Player. So let's begin. We are going to be starting off with our number 10 most expensive card. We have Yagra, Eater of All, for 5 mana, 3 black green. We have a elemental cat. It is a 6/6 and it has a ward, which is of sacrificing a food. Other creatures are food artifacts in addition to their other types, and have 2 and tap. Sacrifice this permanent and you gain 3 life. Whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Yagra, Eater of All. This is fantastic. This may have to go into my cat deck. Very, very excited to see what this one can do indeed. And the price for this one is $21.66. In at number 9, we have Beza the Bounding Spring for 4 mana, 2 white. We have a legendary creature, Elemental Elk. It's a 4/5, and when Beza the Bounding Spring enters the battlefield, or enters, I've got to get used to saying that, create a treasure token. If an opponent controls more land than you, you gain 4 life. If an opponent has more life than you, create 2 1/1 blue fish creature tokens. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, and you draw a card if an opponent has more cards in hand than you. This does a huge amount of things, and it is very interesting indeed. This is currently going for $22.43. Up next, we have Season of Weaving with beautiful artwork. 6 mana, 4 blue. We have a sorcery with choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. We can call it a badger paw. So we have 5 paws. You may choose the same mode more than once. So for 1 paw, you get to draw a card. For 2 paws, you can choose an artifact or creature you control, create a token that's a copy of it. And for 3 paws, return each non-land, non-token permanent to his owner's hand. This is wonderful. I like everything about this card, and currently this is going for $23.07. Up next, we have Dreamdew Entrancer for 4 mana, 2 green, blue. We have a Frog Wizard, 3/4 with reach, and when Dreamdew Entrancer enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put 3 stun counters on it. If you control that creature, you draw 2 cards. And this is currently going for $24.97. Next, we have Bloomburrow, Bellow of the Woods. 6 mana, 4 green. We have a legendary creature, Elemental Bear. It has vigilance, it has reach, and Bloomburrow, Bellow of the Woods. Power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. When Bloomburrow enters, mill 4 cards and then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And this is currently going for $25.54. At number 5, we have Eluge the Shoreless Sea for 4 mana, 1 blue. We have a legendary creature, Elemental Fish, and its power and toughness are equal to the number of islands you control. And when Eluge enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. If it's an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. And the first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 1 blue or 1 generic mana less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. Again, Fantastic looking artwork on this card, and this is currently going for $28.31. Up next, in 4th place, we have the infamous Cruel Claw for 3 mana, 1 black red. We have a legendary creature, Weasel Mercenary. It's a 3/3 with menace. The artwork looks unbelievable in this thing, and whenever the infamous Cruel Claw deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by discarding a card rather than paying its mana cost. And this is currently going for $34.13. In at number 3, we have a land that could help everyone. So I'm very happy to see a card like this. We've got 3 Tree City, a legendary land, and as the 3 Tree City enters, choose a creature type. You can tap it and add 1 colourless mana, or for 2 mana and tap it, you can choose a colour and add an amount of mana of that colour equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. This is amazing, and it's currently going for $34.42. And the second most expensive card, we have got Warren Warleader for 4 mana, 2 white. We have a Rabbit Knight, 4/4. And it has Offspring 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast this spell. If you do, when this creature enters, you create a 1/1 token copy of it with very wonderful artwork indeed. And whenever you attack, you can choose 1. You can create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token that's tapped and attacking, and also attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Amazing looking card, wonderful looking token, and this is currently going for $39.29. And finally, the number 1 most expensive card from Bloomburrow, and I hope, keeping my fingers crossed, I do not play anyone that has this card, because I hate this card. It's bloody horrible. We have got it's Feathers Knight, 5 mana, 3 black. We have legendary creature, Elemental Bird. It's got flying, it's got trample, it's got ward, discard a card. It's also a 6/5, and creatures your opponents control have base toughness 1. I don't really know what else I can say about this, other than the fact that the price is $41.94. So there we have it. That is the entire top 10 most expensive cards from Bloomburrow. Please let me know if you're going to be going to the pre-release, and also, is there a particular card, maybe not in the top 10 that we've just seen, but is there a card, value no issue, that you are most excited about to either pull or get the opportunity to play or brew for a possible new Commander deck? I'd love to hear your views. I'm very excited as far as the Badger is concerned, because I will definitely have to do a landfall deck. But yes, please write in the comments below. I would love your thoughts. Other than that, I'd just like to say I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please like, share, subscribe, do all the usual business. It will help out the channel hugely. Thank you in advance. And other than that, I'd just like to say thanks for watching, people. Enjoy the pre-release if you're going, and we'll see you again soon here on Cardboard Badger.